we ready?
I think we're ready.
Let's do it.
Okay, here we go. Hi, we're Chris and Steef with Just Us Music Videos. Welcome to 5 minutes
Approximately.
to making a simple music video.
We know a thing or two about this because our day job is video production.
That's right.
And this guy has his master's in cinematography from the American Film Institute in LA, and he'll never say it, so I get to brag on him.
We're also musicians.
We, as musicians, all need to get our music out there in the world with video. Whether we're sending a demo of a new song to a friend or a writing partner, showing our stuff for a possible gig, submitting to a contest, building social media presence, video is the way to let the world see you and hear your music.
That's right. Now, there's a place, of course, to full-blown, highly produced music videos, and we're going to get to that later on in later podcasts, but the bread and butter for any musician is the down and dirty demo, and that's what this podcast is all about.
So we are talking about using your home computer, laptop, tablet, or phone. And there are 3 filmmaking guidelines that will help you look and sound your best.
Well, let's talk about the quality of the video, and that always starts with your camera.
Sure.
Now, you can get acceptable video from your webcam or your computer or a laptop, but truly, our modern cameras on our phones are just so much better.
He can go on and on about this.
So whatever you're using, filmmaking guideline number 1, pay attention to composition and to framing.
So placing the camera.
That's right.
We have all been on the Zoom meeting and seen those awful, unflattering shots of people who have their camera set way low on a desk and they're shooting up at their neck. And I want to scream, or at the very least, lend them my hands so they can cover up their neck.
Well, I hate that. Now, so raise the camera to eye level.
Yeah.
It's so much more flattering. And if you're using a laptop, just put it up on a box or a few books. And if you're using your phone, pick up one of those, clippy thingies and invest.
Technical term, is it?
Very
Clip
technical.
thing?
Yeah, invest in a cheap tripod.
You want to frame yourself with adequate headroom. That word is self-explanatory. Think back to your last Zoom meeting.
Yeah.
Somebody slumped way down in their chair. Their head is just barely above the bottom of the frame, or, they've got their head chopped off on the top. The key is Goldilocks, not too much, not too little.
Also, frame yourself just a little bit off center. Just think of a way a movie frames a close-up. I mean, it's rarely just dead center.
That's right. Now, you want to find some good light for your recording in an interesting place. A location that maybe says something about you and your song.
A cabin sitting by the stream, the perfect little place to go and dream.
Let's talk a little bit about the lighting and the kind of the strength and the weakness of these great little cameras. They are designed to look at the entire scene. They average all the brightness and all the shadows to give the best possible exposure. But if you're setting up in front of a bright window, chances are that the camera will try to compensate for the brightness that's behind you to create the proper exposure for the outside instead of you. That makes you kind of look like you're in the witness protection program.
This is when averaging is not a good thing.
That's right. So try to find a location that has some nice light on your face, and from a nearby room light or even a window to the side or in front of you.
Filmmaking guideline number 2.
Pay attention to your sound. You're basically a 1 or 2 person crew, and you're also the sound engineer.
Right.
So give some thought about balance between your voice and your instrument. Too much guitar? Well, just try pointing your instrument just a little bit away from the microphone, or try playing a little bit softer, but just do your best to try to get the very best mix that you can.
By the way, in future podcasts, we'll be talking about a lot of ways to improve your phone's picture and the sound. Advanced techniques, equipment, cameras, mics, production gear.
Oh,
Steve
boy.
is a complete tech geek, and he's dying to show you what he knows.
Well, I can't help it.
Yes, you could help it if you really wanted to.
Filmmaking guideline number 3, brand your video. Now, after patiently getting your best performance,
Patience is definitely the key here. You're not going to do it in one take.
it surely does. Bring your video into an editing program to clean it up with a smooth start and a smooth ending. Add some titles, put your name, your song's name, and then finally use the last few seconds of the video to direct the viewer to your website or your YouTube or Spotify. You get the idea.
So join us next time to learn how to do what he was just talking about, where we'll do another approximate 5 minutes on the basics of editing with the world's most powerful and free editing program, DaVinci Resolve.
Oh, you're going to love DaVinci. So we'll see you later.
Did we do it in one take? Great.
Wow. Yay.